Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. It is so nice. There is no humidity, the temperature is down, and there's a nice breeze. But I want to show you something. Now, while I'm talking, chances are he's going to move around to my back because he just stalks around me. Hi, babe. Hold on. Let me pet him. I had to love on him. He's just so lovable. I just think it's weird how his whole neck and head and everything changes colors. He's like a mood ring. All right, so I did my last video. I went grocery shopping at JC, the Kroger affiliate, and I think we did very, very well. Okay, so I did spend 156.19. So I broke that down a little bit. I just broke it down just a little bit, and with the dog food, the cat litter, the paper plates, the carnation drink, the Pedialyte, that alone was 68.22. So those aren't things that I buy every single time. Those aren't things that I normally get at a Kroger. I normally do like Tractor Supply dog food and cat litter, and I normally get a percentage off of that because I've used my Tractor Supply Visa card throughout the month. Blah 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 blah. But anyway, so that alone was 68.22. Just those things that I mentioned. So, $30 cat or dog food and cat litter that's a little more expensive. Um, yeah, it adds up. But we saved $71.41 just with digital coupons and weekly sales. So I think we did very, very well. I did go through a little bit more and kind of looked and trying to figure out, exactly what happened, especially with the Pedialyte coupons. Not sure. Not sure. But that's going to save me another 4 off of 2 the next time that they go even lower on sale. Hopefully, right? Okay. But today, using my Friday Fuel Point um, digital, it is August the 1st. Happy August, everybody. Once we get into August, then I start getting excited because now we're at the cusp of where I'm happy. Not summer. Mm-mm. So anyway, I got 628 fuel points just today. So that's already 60 cents off next month's gasoline. I still have 1,178 points from last month that I used this month. So that means I can go one more time and take everything up and save $1 on each gallon. So this next time that we go, we will take the truck, gas cans, and then one of the vehicles and fill it up. Um, so this is how it rolls. The truck gets to fill up completely. I get all the gas. Then he takes the gas cans and fills those up. And then that car, whichever car he chooses, he fills it with what's left. So about $70, I think, was what we ended up saying that 35 gallons was, even though they can't figure it out by the gallon. I don't understand that. Maybe that's something I need to call Kroger about. Why can't your fuel points, your fuel center, stop it by the gallon instead of by the price? I mean, maybe they can. They just don't teach their cashiers how to do it. I hope that's what it is. Because if not, that's really stupid. And the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm going to figure that out. Or if you do it, let me know. Okay, so far this year, starting January 1st until right now, August 1st, I have saved $2,000 or $2,662.08. $2,662.08. The reason I said that twice was because that's almost $3,000 just in digitals and weekly sales. That's what the savings is coming from. Anybody can do this. You look at your weekly sales, get into your digitals, click those digitals, use those digitals, and you're going to save money. I mean, what could you do with $2,662? I mean, seriously. Because if you were going to buy those products anyway, you would much rather go ahead and spend that $2,662. Well, that's dumb. I'm just saying. But as you noticed, we are finding that some of the sales prices are going up right now. Um, Coffee, chocolates, peanut butter is kind of eh. Tuna, definitely. Tuna is not having. We will never see tuna go on sale for 49 cents a can ever again. Pasta. We will never see pasta go on sale for 49 cents a can again. We'll never see diced tomatoes go on sale for 49 cents a can. Those were the sales that I remember that made it good. We're not going to see that. What tuna is what, 87 cents or $1 a can? You can buy the more expensive stuff if you want to, but go ahead. Pasta, when you could get it for 49 cents a pound, was great. I am trying to figure out what is wrong with my birds. I've got to stop. I've got to tell you this. Cider and Tut did not come out of the goat barn until just about an hour ago. They have been in the barn all morning while I was at the store. And right before I came up here, I actually went in there and climbed up there and looked at them. Like, what are you doing? I don't know what scared them. There was a cat out here last night. So I'm going to have to figure out what's going on. Because something scared them. They weren't coming out. And that's not like Tut. Like Tut, like his old girls are going out and he's not coming out all day. Something's wrong with him. I don't know. But he looked good. I mean, he looks really good. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm watching Cider and she's freaking out. I don't know what she's looking at. Cider bug, what are you doing? My boys are hungry. I need to get in there and feed them. She's just really freaked out. I don't know what's going on. There could have been a big snake in there because I saw like a six and a half rat snake outside the other day. I tried filming it, but it was gone when I came back out with my camera. Onyx walked right over top of it, and she walked back over. She walked over it, and then she come back across it. So I went to get Raven because I knew Raven would absolutely go bonkers on a snake. So I put her on leash and took her out. And when I took her out, it was gone. So I didn't get to film it, but it was funny because she would have put on a show. I've done snake videos with them before when they were really little. But anyway. Okay, so now what do I want to talk about? I really, really, really want to talk about what's going on in our administration. I heard for years, oh, the Biden economic situation. He's working on it. Our economy is up on stilts. Everybody's having such a hard time. It's so bad. And it is bad for some people. It will always be bad for some people because some people will never be able to achieve even living paycheck to paycheck, keeping a roof over their head. Some people will never ever be able to achieve six figures. Um, our minimum wage is absolutely crazy. There is no reason why our minimum wage has not doubled. I mean, I don't understand it. I don't get that. Here's the problem. Trump wants to treat us like employees of the country. And yes, our tax dollars fund the country. But he is not respecting the employees of this country, because the employees of this country are actually living in a democracy where we also have a say in what's going on. Now, MAGA voted him in. You were the people he told, I will fix the economy. There won't be any wars. We'll stop the war in Russia. We'll drop the price of eggs. We'll drop the price of gas, which neither one, I have not seen it. The only reason eggs have even come down slightly is because now, obviously the chicken situation. I mean, I don't get any kind of information on avian flu anymore, and I have chickens. And I'm also in a direct waterfowl and um, crane. They go this way. The sandhill cranes go more north in Indiana, northeast or no, northwest, and then the geese and the ducks are flying this way constantly. But I don't get avian flu updates anymore, do you? But anyway, the price of eggs have probably dropped because of the fact that now there's chickens and there's backup chickens. So there's not going to be that wide culling of ill chickens and starting over, because it takes chickens 6 months plus to lay a proper size egg. Right? If you raise chickens, you're getting fairy eggs when they first start out and how cute they are. Well, that's not cute to an egg supplier, because everybody wants their mid-grade or extra large or their jumbo extra large eggs, and they want them to all look nice and neat and proper size. Well, you get that here. Here you might get one that's 3 times bigger than your smallest egg, and it's a funky color. So, I like my eggs better. Just saying. But you were told that our economy was bad. The first press event he did in the Oval Office, he said, we have a great economy. We were the envy of the world with our economy, and he wants to treat you like an employee. Well, we know how he treats his employees. He doesn't respect you because he doesn't feel that you are a part of the democracy that is actually the one who is employing him to be president. See, it's all backwards. This is what's wrong with it. He's too busy trying to shut down free speech, save his butt from the Epstein files. So he spends money on a parade. He spends money on him going to vacation in Scotland to promote a new golf course that he's opening. He don't care about you. You're suffering. We're suffering. Everybody's going to be suffering. You don't care. And now he's going to build a ballroom onto the White House after he's put these great big flagpoles in. He's bulldozed the Rose Garden. I know some people don't care about that, but some of us do. I would much rather money not be cut from feeding people and not have children go without lunches at school, or a family getting some food assistance, than to have a ballroom or a parade. If our economy was in such a crapper, would a good businessman do that? Cut from the employees, and for those that are citizens that maybe worked all their life and then were disabled, you're going to take from them, but we're going to have this fancy ballroom and flagpoles and a military parade and send our employer off to start new businesses? And are you here to cover his butt? Just because you don't agree with a news channel because it's not telling you what you want to hear does not mean it's fake news. So he's telling you it's fake news because it's not what he wants you to know. He wants you to watch Fox News. He wants you to watch Newsmax. He wants you to watch some of these other idiots. But our economy was in the crapper. We were up on sticks. We were propped up. So now, our new boss who is employing all of us to pay taxes and to keep our mouths shut without giving, hey, we don't like this, and not allowed to protest in certain places, and he's ready to take away that. But you're also okay with taking away a workforce doing jobs that keep you fed, because I don't know anyone that's going to go want to pick. I mean, for real? If our economy was in such a bad shape, he wouldn't have done the things he's doing. Or he's just not a good businessman and he's blowing our money when we don't have any to begin with. You need to figure it out. If you're worried about our economy as a country, then look at our employer who calls us his workers. And we know how he treats his workers. Sometimes he decides not to pay them, he lies to them. He even said there would be new holidays, but no time off because we have way too many times off. Really? When I worked in long term care, I did not have a holiday off. When I was the activity director, I would go in on holidays so that way we would have something for our residents. But we have too many holidays. When you're working 40 hours plus a week and a holiday comes up, you don't think you deserve that? He doesn't. He doesn't think you deserve that. Just keep working, paying. That's the kind of employer he is. And treating us like a business, then that means we don't need democracy. We're just going to listen to the boss, right? We're going to listen to him tell you that he had nothing to do with Epstein and them little girls. Little girls. You telling me that someone who was pushing these little girl pageants, who talked about going in and seeing them naked, who talked about grabbing women by the pussy, who talked about his daughter as a sex object. When those victims come out, I better never, ever hear anyone say, well, they deserved it. No little girl deserves that when their mind has been twisted and turned by these manipulating men who got what they wanted from them, made millions off of them. And Donald Trump is making millions off of us, using our tax money to promote other businesses. He should not be allowed to do that. All of these Middle Eastern ties are to profit him in business. I just can't believe that MAGA is that stupid. It amazes me. Y'all have a great day. Hugs from a distance. I need to go get in and check on the girls. Hi, Gandalf. He's just so cute. Bye, y'all. Hugs from a distance.